Well, if nothing else, at least I know I get to keep my man card. Look at that. This video is proof that even an idiot can get stuff done if he's determined enough. I'm going to warn you right now, do not do what I did. This is not bright. This was a mistake. I should have done it differently. You'll see what I mean. Just keep watching. Boy, I'll tell you what, it's a good thing I don't hold myself up as an example of what to do, because this isn't it. Not my shining moment in the sun. Let me show you what I did. On these Ford 300s, they have this fan clutch, and this fan bolts on here, and then there's a separate set of bolts that holds the pulley on the water pump, and this right down in here screws into the water pump. Well, what I did that was dumb is I thought that just like in the old days, you could just pull the 4 bolts out here and the whole clutch would come off. Yeah, well, that's not the case. Nope, this was from the 80s, and so see that little part of the shaft right there? Yeah, a wrench goes on that. And they make this special tool. It's like somewhere between $20 and $50, depending on where you get it, that holds the bolts while you unscrew that, and then the fan clutch comes off. Then you can take it apart like normal. Well, trying to figure that out without looking it up, dumb me, I pulled the 4 bolts off of the pulley and got the pulley loose like this. Now I can't get it lined up, and I don't have room to get the bolts in there to line it up or anything. So I was going to just cut the fan clutch off, because I'm not going to use it anyway. I'm using an electric fan. I have one, so I'm going to use it. But now my Sawzall won't work. So I have to try to figure out how to get this fan clutch apart. I am assuming it has something to do with that spring on the front. But I'm just going to start taking things apart and see what I can come up with. Wish me success. Okay, I'm a guy, I have a tendency to not read instructions. So I really don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to get this off of here. So I'm going to start by removing this spring. Maybe. I don't know. Come off of here. I'm not reusing this, so I don't care if I break it. That doesn't seem to be doing much. Well, I guess I'm going to have, you probably take it apart from the backside, but there ain't no way I'm getting to the backside, so, and I don't have a saw to cut that off, so I guess I'm going to have to just start whittling away at this thing. Maybe I should go look on YouTube and see what I can find. See if I can find something on rebuilding a fan clutch. They'll probably tell me to take it apart the correct way, which I didn't do. So now I'm kind of stuck. So, yeah, I'll figure it out. So I went and looked on YouTube, and, well, they got nothing for me. YouTube's got nothing for me. So this is a first for YouTube. How about that? They all assume that I went and looked at their video before I started and before I screwed it all up. So, well, now I've screwed it all up, so now to find out what kind of gremlins live inside this little bad boy. Well, let's see what I can do here. Get that off. Hey, look at that. I'm getting there. So now let's see what happens if I cut into that. Probably going to end up breaking the water pump, but you know what? I plan on replacing it anyway. Well, looks like we're getting there. Get that off of there. Now this I can get lined back up. Now. Right there. I can get my bolts back in. Because now I got room to work. See, now this is something I couldn't do when I had all that other stuff in the way. So now that I've completely destroyed the parts, you know, you gotta, sometimes you just gotta work with what you caused yourself. And this is something I caused myself. This is all work I just made for myself by not checking this out ahead of time. YouTube University is there for a reason. And you don't have to tell anybody you looked it up. You just look it up. Alright, now put the belts back on it. Let's see if I can get this off of here. Half of these guys say it comes off right-handed threads, the other half say that it comes off left-handed threads, so I don't know which one I got. So let's just keep whacking on this thing till something gives. Or, since I'm replacing the water pump anyway, why am I even bothering with this? I'll just turn the water pump core in with this in it and let them sort it out in the factory. How about that? I'll just cut the rest of this off so I can get this off of here. I'll just cut that off. That's what I'll do. There we go. It's a beautiful thing. Now let's see if I can get this off of here. Be a lot easier if you just got the right tool and did it the right way right from the beginning. But I didn't, because I didn't read the instructions or didn't look up the instructions or whatever. And so I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I knew what I was doing because I've done this in old engines, even older engines than this, but you know, stuff from the 60s. That's what most of my automotive experience is, stuff from the 50s and the 60s, and not until the 80s they did stupid stuff like this. This is a combination of what I think is not one of Ford's better ideas and my mistake of not looking it up in the first place and knowing what the heck I was doing. But I never claimed to be a mechanic. Nope, I sure haven't. In fact, anytime anybody asks me if I can work on the car, I tell them no. And this is why, because there's stuff, simple stuff like this, that any self-respecting mechanic would know that I do not. I'm going to take the belts back off. I never did get that out of there. Never did. Boy, they just make this impossible. Now this won't fit over that. But I will just grind those suckers off because I've got a grinding wheel. Comes down to, what do you know? Probably not as much as I want to know. There we go. Now when it comes time, I can pull this water pump off. I can get to all the bolts, put a new water pump on. I'm going to put a new alternator on it. and we'll be in good shape. And I don't have to worry about that. Or the clutch I just had to cut up to make work. All right, now to make things fit. Well, if nothing else, at least I know I get to keep my man card, because real men don't read instructions, right? Right?